Hey, what's good, my guys? I'm back. Another day, another video, another banger. Let's go. Woo! A little too excited, I know. Let's talk today about, as we all know, the new games. We all know new games coming out. You know, the new poppin'. The cyberpunk. Yo. We already say it's game of the year and not even released. And honestly, we might be wrong, but it might also be a great game. We don't know. It might be a great experience. And I'm going to bet that it's going to be a good experience. At least it's going to be a 7, the game. At least. But we'll see how it goes. So, as our game is coming out, and other big games, the system requirements are also going to get leaked. And not leaked, actually, they told us. And I decided to do this with 4 games. One of them being Cyberpunk. But that is going to be the last one. You think I'm going to throw away my best card at the beginning of the video? I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot. And the first game I would like to talk about is Watch Dogs Legion. My guys, when the trailer came out, I was like, banger. I can play with my grandma. Oh shit. I was immediately sold. But we know it's Ubisoft. We don't know how it's going to be. But the game looked pretty fun. What I saw, trailer, gameplay, looked nice. Looked a new Watch Dogs that I think is going to be good. It's going to be a good game. I know Ubisoft is kind of shit, but from time to time they give us a good game. Normally not a banger. No, that is far long gone. The best Ubisoft we had when it was Brothers in Arms. Oh man, this first 2 Assassin's Creeds. Oh man, the Driver series. Oh man, also that. Oh. We had those bangers, those were banger games. But now they got a little low. But Watch Dogs Legion looks a good start, They also gave us the system requirements. There's a lot of detail in the requirements. They said low settings, 1080p, high settings, ray tracing, all that, So let's get on it, am I right? First, 1080p low settings. CPU, Intel Core 5 4460, AMD Ryzen 5 1400. Most people probably have this type of power. Nothing, I think, but for low settings, that's kinda. But now we see the jump in the GPU. GTX 960, oh shit, that's powerful. We know the low settings is that. Oh man, that's the minimum. The VRAM is 4 gigabytes, the RAM 8 gigabytes, storage 45 gigabytes. Damn, the minimum looks already powerful. And storage space 45 gigabytes. I gotta say, I'm surprised there's not 80 gigabytes because Kaoru, what the fuck are you doing, man? Really pisses me off with the 200 gigabytes. It's dumb, it's stupid. But it's good to see that the storage is not too much. Probably with updates and all that, we probably can expect a 60 gigabytes with this. The high settings, 1080p, an i7 4790. This is coming start powerful, man. I don't know how much the A7 has, the 4790, but it's probably a 3.2 gigahertz probably. This GPU 1060. Shit. 6 gigabytes of VRAM, 8 gigabytes of RAM, dual channel setup, storage space the same. Most casual gamers probably have this setup, so it's going to be powerful. I think we need to start upgrading our machines. And now the 1440p settings, I think the jump in the CPU comes along. i7 7700K, GPU RTX 2060S, VRAM 8 gigabytes, RAM 60 gigabytes, storage space 45 gigabytes. Already an RTX is needed. For the 4040p, it really demands, man. I'm going to just jump to the 4K ray tracing, because that's what we want, you know. That's the powerful, that's the banger. So 4K ultra settings, ray tracing on. CPU i7 97K. Shit, that's 4.2 at least gigahertz, I think. Holy fuck. GPU RTX 2080 Ti. 11 gigabytes VRAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and then the 65 gigabytes of storage, including the 20 gigabytes of texture pack. It's going to be beefy. It's really beefy, bro. So with this, we can see that Watch Dogs Legion is going to be heavy. If you're with ray tracing on, you're going to need some RAM with this. If you want to record with ray tracing on and 4K, holy shit, man. The CPU is going to take an impact. Watch Dogs Legion, I'm somewhat excited. I don't know, I feel like the game is going to be fun. I can play with my grandma, that's fucking sick. But we'll see when it comes out. Moving on to Serious Sam 4. I've also been excited with this game. I think this is going to be a banger. So the minimum system requirements: 4-core CPU, 2.5 GHz, memory 8 GB of RAM, graphics 7080, 97 and 1050, 3 GB of VRAM. It needs powerful cards, we can see that. It seems reasonable. The storage is 40 gigabytes of space. The minimum, this is the minimum. I just noticed now, this is the minimum. But at least it looks, many people will be able to play. Most people, the recommended. Moving on. 8-core CPU, 3.3 GHz, 60 gigabytes of RAM, 1080, 1060 with 8 gigabytes of VRAM and the same space storage. But I can see most people playing this game. It doesn't seem that crazy. At the same time, I think it's the new standard just setting in. And this is what we're going to see. We're going to start to see that the recommended is going to be a 1080 or a 2060 or a 2070. The recommended will start to be that. We'll start seeing this for the next games. The games that will release end of this year, beginning of next year. Serious Sam, I think is going to be a fun game. I missed it a lot. From what I remember, it's going to be open world or some style of open world. We'll see how it is. It's been so long since the third one came out, and it was not that enticing as the first ones. So we don't know what we can expect from this. I hope it's good. I always hope that the games are good, honest. So we'll see how it goes. We got Crysis Remastered. I really want this game. I really do. This game, it's going to be a banger. The first one, I played it, the original. I think I didn't finish, but I played for at least 2 hours and shit was fucking intense. It was good, it felt good. It felt like a recent game. It felt like a 2011 game. That's crazy. It's crazy how a 2007 game feels like a 2011. The minimum for the Crysis Remaster is Intel Core i5-3450, 8GB of RAM, 20GB of space. GPU is a GTX 1050 Ti with 4GB of VRAM. For minimum, it's pretty strong. A 1050 right at the minimum, holy shit. And it's 1050 Ti. For recommended, it's an i7 76K, 12GB of RAM, 20GB of space, GTX 1660 Ti with 8GB of VRAM. I expected more in the recommended. We can see that many people will be able to play this game. It doesn't look as powerful as the other games, but I also saw an article saying that no GPU can handle the 4K 60 FPS in this game. The fuck, man? Probably I think it's really well programmed, just like we want. And this is honestly what we need in most games, is finally optimized. And still, I'm super excited for a game. I wanna see videos, man, about it, because I don't got the money to buy the game, unfortunately. Because if I had, I would. The game is going to be pretty fun, I think. If it has the same feeling as the first one, it's going to be a banger. Moving on to the big contender of tonight, Cyberpunk 2077. We already know that everyone and their grandma are waiting for this game. This, as soon as it's come out, my guy, everyone, YouTube algorithm will be surrounding Cyberpunk, dude. Let's see the requirements. Let's see the banger. The minimum: AI 3570K, 8GB of RAM, GTX 780, and 70GB of HDD. And the SSD is recommended. Well, probably the processor will always be like 3.5.2 gigahertz. It'll probably always be around that. GTX 780, we can see that the 1050, 960, yeah, probably the normal minimum. And also SSD recommended. The loading screens will be unbearable. See, to be SSD, the loading screens will be long. Moving on to the recommended: i7 4790, 12GB of RAM, GTX 1060, 6GB of VRAM, and 70GB of SSD. Recommended is a 1060. That's pretty cool, because it shows that it's really good optimized on the graphics to make them look good, but not unbearable to every PC. Because if we start to go too high, upgrades will need to be made more often to a person's computer, and then can take a toll on the finance. Because a console normally can handle with 6 years. 6 years, 5 years, normally it's the lifetime of a console. And now with a PC, you buy a new card and in 3 years it's almost done. That's too much. We'll need to start to upgrade in a faster rate, and we can't do that. It's undoable. Most people don't have a salary to get through this. Because they need to upgrade everything: the RAM, the processor, the graphics, the storage. It takes quite a toll on the finance. I think that Cyberpunk, Serious Sam, and even Crysis have in mind the specs of the computers, and they don't want to take it too far. CD Projekt, we have an idea of them that they care about the customers, they care about the gamers. They try to do the best for the gamers. And probably with this we can see that. We can see that they care about the game to be the best that they can produce, but at the same time they want to show that they care about the player's experience, and that most people can get that experience. And I think with Cyberpunk it actually shows. But an overall opinion, I think that the specs are starting to get high, but when those games release, we'll see how it goes. Until then, I'm Tab, your guy, your favorite man on the TV, on the screen. I'm out. Now the cases are getting pretty high of the pandemic. Take care of you, family, friends. Don't only think about yourself, think about the others. Have social distance. Even if you are outside, don't take your mask off. Talk to people with masks, so that they can feel secure and so that they don't catch anything. And also you don't catch anything. Take care. Love you all. Kiss of good night. Sleep well, sleep tight. Wake up good, I guess. Take the protein shake. No pain, no gain. Bye.